Cystic fibrosis is a life-threatening genetic disease that affects the lungs and digestive system of approximately 30,000 children and adults in the United States. There is no cure for cystic fibrosis, but the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation is determined to change that.
The mission of the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation is to find a cure and control for cystic fibrosis.
Cystic fibrosis is a fatal disorder, unfortunately. It's a disease that's inherited. You have to have a mistake in the CF gene for both parents. And it actually starts before the baby is ever born. Really, it's a lifelong disorder. And it takes a lot to fight this disease. And the treatments that we have now are not a cure.
To find a cure, the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation has been willing to take risks. The foundation funded world-renowned researchers who identified the genetic defect that causes the disease. Foundation-backed research led to new and vastly improved ways to treat its symptoms.
I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, get ready for school. I come downstairs, eat breakfast, and then I start my CF regimen. I take 10 different pills. I do 2 different sinus nebulizers. I do the vest. I do 1 inhaled nebulizer. I do 2 other sinus sprays, and I do Advair. Then I go to school. When I get home from school, I do 2 more sinus nebulizers. Then I do my homework, eat dinner. After dinner, I take another 5 pills, do another small inhaler, 2 more nebulizers, 2 more sinus nebulizers, 2 more regular nebulizers, and the vest for 15 to 20 minutes, and then I go to bed.
The problem is that over time, every infection takes its toll on the lungs, and so those lung volumes that you saw Kasey blowing, they get smaller and smaller with time. And that's the battle that we are trying to help the patient overcome, is to slow that decline in lung function, because some of the exciting research that's going on and is looking much more hopeful. That is going to be really important to preserve your lungs for, so that at whatever point, whatever kind of CF you have, at that point, when those treatments become available to everyone, we hope that it'll stop the decline and allow people to actually improve.
Well, I applied to college this year. I've gotten into 3 so far, and I'm waiting to hear from 3 more. I want to major in international business.
A cure is something we dream about every day. Kasey's lung function has deteriorated, and it will keep doing so if we don't find a cure. All the medicines and treatments that she's shown to you today just are making it through the next day. But 5 years down the road, if we don't find a cure, there won't be a next day for Kasey.
So people ask me what a cure would mean to me, and I realized that I don't know how that would change my life. I've done this regimen my entire life, so I don't know anything else. And to be able to think about a life that involves not having to stop when you run, or have to think about walking up a flight of stairs, and if you're ready to do that, is amazing to me.
Through my eyes, I see it staring at me all the time. So I wish that it would leave my body. Wish I could breathe like you, oh breathe. I know the answer's out there, so won't you help me please? See, one day I breathe, I breathe, I breathe, I breathe like you. See, one day I breathe, I breathe, I breathe, I breathe like you. I see the future, it seems so clear, but one day I breathe like you. Then I think that I'm alright. changing like the weather. It's not up to me how I feel, inside. Wish I could breathe like you, or breathe. Know the answers out there. Won't you help me, please? The one day I breathe, I breathe, I breathe, I breathe like you. The one day I breathe, I breathe, I breathe, I breathe like you. I see the future, it seems so clear. But one day I breathe like you. Wish I could breathe like you, or breathe. I know the answers out there. Won't you help me, please? 'Cause one day I breathe, I breathe, I breathe, I breathe like you. Then one day I breathe, I breathe, I breathe, I breathe like you.
The money that we raise helps buy science, and the science saves lives. We need your help to save Kasey's life and other children that suffer from this horrible disease. Thank you.
It seems so clear, but one day I breathe like you.
Over the last 20, 30 years, there's been enormous strides made, and those couldn't have happened without everyone who ever donated money to the cause. And we need to keep going because we're almost there.
Won't you help me, please? 'Cause one day I breathe, I breathe, I breathe, I breathe like you. Then one day I breathe, I breathe.
We will be tireless, we will never lose our focus, and we will never rest until we find a cure for cystic fibrosis.
One day I breathe like you.